evening, and welcome back to another edition of the MyT Sports Podcast. I am your host, the one and only Talent New Year, Save the Bear, Taylor. It is another Fuego day in the hottest city in the world, coming at you live and direct from South Florida, from the MyT Studios. It is February 17th. Thank God it's Friday. Yo, highs today they said was 83. No sun was really out today. I didn't know what you said. Like, how could it be 83 degrees with no sun out? It's just kind of one of them things that's happen when you live in South Florida. Like, it just happens to be one of those things, right? Folks, we got a big show. Said lows today was going to be 68. Got a big show for you guys. Current temperature right now is 74 degrees. We got a big show for you guys. I don't know if you guys if you even understand what's happening today. We got a big show for you guys, but we got a small show. 218-23. Somebody dropping in. Is there a female basketball player coming out with their signature Jordan shoe tomorrow? I just saw a commercial for it during the Allstar game. Today's going to be a good Friday. It's going to be a really good Friday. So I'm going to let you know right now. Get your drinks ready. Right? Get your 40. Get your spliff. And we're going to do it like this. I got fat masses, but I got... And I'm about to go get lifted. Yes, I'm about to go get lifted. I got myself a podcast. I know it's gonna be, and I'm about to. Let me stop. We really wilding right now. I'm really wilding right now. Hold on. You know what? I just turned something on in the back end. I got no background for you guys today. Right now, you see it. It's always a blast on the MyT Sports Podcast. You know how we do here. We got a big show for you guys today. I don't understand. I don't know if you guys understood that. Yeah, we got a really big show. Let's get into it, right? We got Jordan's birthday. We're gonna talk about that, right? We got a Blue Chew promo code for you guys that don't know what Blue Chew is. We'll talk about that a little bit later. This whole entire show is presented to you by Blue Chew, by the way. Don't forget about that. We have Goldberg, Donald Trump, and you. You gotta understand. You understand. There's something that you may have in common with those two people. I'll tell you about that in a little while. We're gonna talk about the NFL honors, or at least the portability that catches my eye. Right? We got All-Star Weekend to get into. Did I already say thank God it's Friday? Man, I'm telling you, it's been a long, rough week. I know you guys are thinking, but thank God it is Friday. Welcome, Tea Party. I see you on the Blue Chew calling line. We're gonna talk something about the Knicks. Well, I'm not quite sure yet, right? But we'll talk something about the Knicks today, right? We got birthday shout-outs. We got the All-Star game. We got the All-Star Weekend. We got a game going on right now, actually. And you know, we always like to keep a sporting event popping off in the background. We always like to keep one of those. But you know what we say here on the show? Regardless of the time and regardless of the weather, it's always a blast on the MyT Sports Podcast. Hey, yo, Coach, help us out real quick. What do we do here?
You play to win the game. Hello?
Let's start popping right back at it like a sports fanatic. MyT Sports. That's something you don't know about me, Joe Rogan. I drop takes. Now, if you guys had your opportunity, well, I hope you guys already got your spliffs ready. Hope you got your drink ready. Right? Got your bowls packed. Got your shots ready, because you know we start every single show with the same thing, and that is the party. We get the birthday party popping. So if you know anybody that had a birthday yesterday, if you know anybody that had a birthday today, you start tagging them in the show. What's going on? Oh, so you got some tea in your cup. I see you over there. Hey, yo, tea party. Welcome to the MyT Sports Podcast. Yo, we drop big tea over here. We got that big tea energy. You got that big tea energy over there with you? We got that big tea energy over here with us too. You know what I mean? But you know what we like to do here? We like to start off every single podcast with a little birthday celebration, right? So let's go ahead, drop that beat, go ahead and start tagging me, go ahead and start adding your friends. You go ahead and start getting them in here so that way they can get their birthday celebrations and their shout-outs ready. DJ MyT, drop that beat for me. Woo! Hot today. Why are you so hot today? You know how we do here, you know? Because, yeah, it's your birthday. We said it's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your but because it's your birthday, we sing happy birthday. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. I already told you what we do here. Let me go ahead and repeat myself one time. What we like to do here is that we give a birthday shout out to everybody that had a birthday since the last time that we were on the air. Last time that we were on the air was, what? It's your unc's birthday? It's your aunt's birthday. It's my birthday. It's your birthday. Whoa, hey, yo. Right, give a little birthday shout out to everybody that had a birthday since the last time that we was on the air. That means we give a birthday shout out for everybody yesterday. We give a birthday shout out for everybody today. And if you're a Knicks fans right now, I'm seeing Quentin Grimes at the free throw line, trying to add 2 more points to his team as they're currently blowing out the Jason team 23-21. Hey, Auntie. Seen Auntie Tina pop up in here. Hey Auntie, how you doing? I think everybody got an Auntie Tina somewhere, right? Let's go ahead and get these birthday shout-outs out. Let's get these birthday shout-outs out of the way. Now, ironically, we only really got one birthday to give a shout-out to, and that happens to be our birthday person for today. We had no birthdays yesterday. Don't know what was going on yesterday. But we do have one very happy birthday for today, and that goes out to one of my homegirls, DM Chung. Want to say happy birthday to her. But it's not just DM's birthday. Hold on, I see some comments coming in. My wife has an unbirthday too. All of these unbirthdays, right? What was we saying? I see you guys popping up in there. I see you guys coming through. Right? I want to say birthday to my homegirl DM, but it's not just DM's birthday. Today also happens to be the birthday of one Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Yes, we're talking about MJ himself, the royal airness, Michael Jordan. Oh yeah, I wish I be, and here's me. I wish I be something. I wanna be like Mike. Anyone, Tyson, Jordan, Jackson, action like Mike. I wanna be like Mike. I wanna be like Mike. I wanna be like anyone, Tyson, Jordan, Jack, Mike. I wanna be like Mike. Actually, that brings us to our first topic of the day. Let's talk about Michael Jordan for a little while, right? I told you I had no show, right? Right, the great Michael Jordan. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. Either ESPN ain't slick, and granted, Michael Jordan ain't picked the day he was born, right? But either ESPN ain't slick or Jordan ain't slick. But hey yo, the fact that we have gotten 2 Jordan days this month, technically the same month that LeBron James breaks the all-time scoring record, we get 2 days. You're damn right, Michael Jordan is the best football player you've ever seen, and he's the best basketball player I've ever seen too. He's just that great. What's going on, KJ? I see you back there. You see me rocking my 99. That's how I'm feeling right now. I'm in a big mood. Not sure if you saw my message, but we talked about Cam It was funny. You know what? We'll get into Cam Thomas. I'll make sure I'll mark him down. I'll mark him down here, right? Right. Oh, let's finish getting the birthday shout-outs done. Let's get the birthday shout-outs done, right? So we want to say happy birthday to DM Chung, right? We want to wish you a happy birthday. We hope you party hard. Hope you enjoy everything. You regret nothing. But more importantly, you get your weekend at Bernie's on and you continue to stay MyT. It was funny. Everything we was talking about, and it was funny. The problem actually started that day. We'll talk about Cam. Whoa, Cam. Well, why all Cams gotta be a problem, right? It don't even matter, right? You understand? If it's Cam, Ron, Cam Thomas, what's the other guy's name? You know who I'm thinking about. Damn it, why can't I think of his name? Panthers. Cam Newton, like all of them. Like you mentioned the word Cam, and all of a sudden there's a problem. Happy birthday, Steven Seagal. Steven Seagal ain't an athlete. Yeah, we'll take that back. No, and then for him. We start. I'm just joking. If it's his birthday, he got a birthday shout out. But I don't trust the source. I ain't gonna know. Like this latest source has been a little all over the place. Hey, you know why? You know why Michael Jordan's toilet throws water at the ceiling? Because
the ceiling is the roof.
That's it. So the reason why. So, but back to this. Back to what I find ironic, right? That ESPN, and granted, having a day to talk Jordan is an easy day for ESPN, right? Like having an honorary Jordan day is a day of saying, let's get in light work, because the moment you mention Jordan, then you're gonna get all of the phone calls, all of the tags, all of the tweets, all of the interactions that you're gonna need to be able to carry on. To be able to carry one topic throughout a whole entire day of conversation, right? So I really do find it ironic that they had an MJ day. It was like, hey, yo, you know what I mean? You know what, T? This is why you can't fuck with T's, right? Like they just choose. They wake up and choose chaos. Got Tea Party over there. We're going to keep stacking them. I'm going to tell you what that's in reference to in a little bit, KJ. I'm not going to do it on air, though. I can't have this taken. But it's in reference to what we was talking about earlier. About one of my new pseudo names. Right? We're going to keep stacking them. Right? So it's a light day. So I just found it ironic. I don't want to go into a day of talking about all of Jordan's accomplishments. Actually, yes, I do. What am I saying? Because it's just another day to remind us about the greatness of one Michael Jordan. And I know I've said in the past, if somebody comes up to me and after LeBron James has become number one in all-time scoring, broken top 3 in assists, and wherever he's going to be in whatever other number, right? If somebody were to try to argue to me that that LeBron James is their favorite player, I no longer look at them like they have 14 heads, right? Like, you understand? I don't double take. Like, I glitch, right? So now I don't mind someone. Now I don't think that person's completely crazy. Do I think they're a little misguided by the numbers? Yeah. Probably. End of the day, there's still a couple of things that does matter. One that, see, I mean, we understand that becoming the all-time scoring leader, it takes 20 years of scoring. It does. It's going to take 20 years of scoring. But you realize how long it takes you to pass the number 3 and number 4 individual that didn't have 20 years. Well, I think Kobe did. Michael Jordan definitely didn't. How long had the top 3 played? Kareem put in 20. The mailman, how many years did Karl Malone play? I want to say he put in like 18. And then Kobe put in 19, 20. And then here was Jordan at number 4 with 15 active years. God damn, that's a lot of score. See, and oh, listen, I love Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean is superb. Listen. If it wasn't for the fact that Mr. Bean played his whole entire career in the UK, he probably could have played for the Harlem Globetrotters. Mr. Bean is that nice. So, you guys understand, like, I'm having a whole nother sidebar conversation on the call-in line through Podbean. You ain't talking about that, Mr. Bean? Okay, see, this is what happens when you joke all day, right? After you talked about Mr. Bean, I automatically went to the skit comedy guy. You know what I mean? The comedic mute. You know, and started thinking about. I swear to God, like, the first time I heard him talk, I was shocked. I don't know why I didn't think he can speak. I don't know why. Maybe because I wanted myself to believe the character. Maybe that's why. It's the same reason why you guys want to believe so bad that LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan. Where, like I said, Michael Jordan is in a very rarefied air to be a player that wins Defensive Player of the Year, wins a scoring title, and a championship, like, all in the same year. And the multiple Defensive Players of the Year, we're talking like 9, right? I forgot what that. You understand? It's a ridiculous number to show that even when he was the best scorer, he was also the best defender all the time, every time. So as good as people said that Scottie Pippen was, it wasn't a lot of years that Scottie Pippen was still winning Defensive Player of the Year over Michael Jordan. Just saying. And as you can see here, I don't believe in that defense when it comes to making my 2K player. You see how low that defensive rating is? Man, you know how many times people are blown by me? I should probably put a little bit better on defense, but I like to be able to blow past people and shoot and dunk. Like, I like to be a 3-level scorer. Or you gotta give up somewhere. It's either I become a 3-and-D guy, right? Or I do it all. And if you guys like playing 2K, right? If you guys like playing 2K, and you also like investing, you're long past overdue investing into Take-Two Interactive. Grand Theft Auto and 2K underneath the same entertainment bed. TTWO, that's their stock symbol. All my Henny drinkers, my Louis Vuitton wearers, my Moet sippers, LVMH, that one too. I keep forgetting to remind you guys about that. He ain't just gonna be sit up here partying and bullshit. See, KJ, then why does LeBron James have to proclaim himself the GOAT, but Jordan has never done that case? Closed. That's because, you know why? Michael Jordan never looked at himself as the greatest basketball player ever. Either. In conversations, I remember Michael being asked about if he was the greatest basketball player ever. I always remember him deferring to some other legend in history. And to this day, even when you sit down, a lot of people from the 80s, from the 90s, from the 2000s, if you ask them still who's the GOAT, the real answer is the person I keep telling you about. That there's GOATs and there's Billy Goats. Michael Jordan is a GOAT, but he ain't the Billy Goat of basketball. That one is reserved for the namesake of the award, Billy Russell. Got the dogs barking across the street. Who let the dogs out? Arr, arr, arr. I got the window open too. Somebody really hear me wilding out. Yo, if I'm wilding, then I'm smiling. And if I'm smiling, then I'm wilding. This is just that plain and simple. So you don't know me, I'll be Joe Rogan. I drop takes. And no, and that's probably the biggest reason why, because a lot of times when you hear Jordan talk about the greatest, he doesn't consider himself the greatest. He's always past that. He's either past that. He's either passed that torch on to somebody else, or he's either said that's not for him to decide. Especially because so many things are being judged across eras, this, that, and a third, la 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 la, la la la, you know, this, that, and a third. Listen. LeBron James is great. He's going to go down for a lot of great things. Right? The scoring title is going to be one of them. But also, you're going to realize, at some point in time, it took him 20 years to beat a record that somebody made without a 3-point shot. I'm just saying. So every time so that's what I'm saying. Like let's no longer disparage any of them, right? Because what ends up happening is that I'm no longer gonna look at you like you have 18 heads if you think LeBron James is better than Jordan, right? I may double take now, but I'm no longer gonna spaz out. I'm no longer gonna glitch over here. You know what I mean? I can understand how you may think that now. Anytime before now, I could never understood why you thought that. I can understand that now. As of 2 weeks ago, or 10 days ago, however long ago it was. As of 1 week ago, I could finally understand why some people may believe that, oh, look at Quentin Grimes acting like he is Stephen Curry at the Allstar game. Yo, why come these guys don't have me having this kind of confidence and this kind of stroke during the regular game? Remember when, who was it? Bradley Beal and who was that had that shootout? He was a Knick too. What was that Knicker's name? Oh my god. I have no goddamn sense. Oh, fudge. But I forget his name. I forget that Knicker's name. That Knickerbocker's name. Right? Maybe that's why they started just calling them Knicks. I can hear somebody in the crowd, Knicker! You shoot the ball, Knicker! They say, hey, just call him a Knickerbocker. Like, yeah, we gonna call them Knicks from now on. You guys getting a little too out of hand. I wonder if that's what happened. See, I'm sorry. This is what happens when you grow up in the era that I grew up. Like you see jokes in racial situations where most people today's era get offended by. But hey, yo, that's why I have an asshole, and that's why you can suck it. I'm just saying. So I can understand it now. Now, what ends up happening now is that now that LeBron James has truly finally gotten himself into the conversation, now you're really going to hear the nitpicking and the other things that come along with it, right? Because you understand the people that kept on telling you that he wasn't better than Jordan also understood that Bill Russell was still holding all the cards. You understand that Bill Russell is double Thanos out. Exactly. He's double Thanos out. Fully Thanos out. With a power ring on his pinky toe. Yes. Thanos out with a Lord of Rings power ring on his pinky toe. So you understand, like, there was levels to this. There was always levels to this. While everybody else was fighting for that number 2 headband, right? You got Bill over there just chilling like, oh, he's over here with the energy that John Morant had, but actually backed it up like, yeah, we good over here. We real good. And my young boy's about to come up on another one for the franchise. We good over here. I hate to say it. Damn it, I hate to say that one so smoothly. That one hurt. I'm like, that was one of those sharp, quick pains. Like, I just had to just pull it right in and pull it right out. Oh. Cause they gonna get one. They gonna get one because you know why? You know still what's another knock. See, that's what's gonna happen. All you're gonna keep hearing now is the little knocks. Like, Jason Tatum about to get a ring. Which means that Boston gets another ring on LeBron James's watch. The generous king with the rings. He is like Oprah with the bling. You get a ring, you get a ring, you get a ring, you get a ring. Everybody hurts sometimes. But everybody still gets a ring. Like I said, I really just find it funny. I find it funny and ironic that in the month that should be celebrated about LeBron James's accomplishment was like, nope, we got Super Bowl. We had a Jordan Day at the beginning of the month. We got Jordan's birthday in the middle of the month. Yo, this is February. This is the longest February I could remember in a long time. You know we got the shortest month of them all. Like, I barely remember it was Black History Month. So much crap is going on. Yes. This Black History Month. And there's the women. We shall not be tied down by racism. We shall not be tied down by injustice. No, we shall not be tied down. So, don't you guys forget. Right? Never forget. Never forget. You know what I mean? When we can't be heard, we will be seen. And when we're seen, that means things are ablaze. And we're always ready to light one up. So right now I got the Rising Stars game going on right now, right? And they have this 4-team bracket thing going on, right? Where you have 3 teams from the NBA, right? And they had captains, they picked their teams. And then also you had 1 team from the G League as well. Those 4, they're gonna do some weird double elimination. Those 4 teams play each other. Then the next one in the bracket come across bracket till the end, and then winner. And I think that's what happening tonight. I don't know if it's happening over the weekend, but see, in between these games, right? This is when you should have a celebrity dunk contest. This is when you should have those professional dunkers, right? Because you're trying to sell, right? You're trying to find a time to sell. And this is something you should have probably done years ago. But now that you see that these guys have a following, right? It's time for you to get some of those celebrity dunkers. Some of those dunkers that 2K is hiring so that they could put animations in their games. You should now start getting them in here as well. The same way now how the dunk contest is between halftime of the All-Star game. Do the same thing now in these Rising Star games. Start having that. I think that may be the next thing to move is start finding ways to incorporate the people. But you know what I want to see? On top of it, get them all in here, basketball. Get them all in here. Get the winners of the basketball tournament in here, right? Of last year's basketball tournament. Get them in here, right? Get a 3-on-3 competition between the 3 that you want to represent from the NBA and the team and the winners from the big 3. Like, yo, do it all. Get them all in here. G League All-Star game. Have the WNBA. You know what? Oh my goodness. Have the WNBA kick off their season with something like this. You know what I mean? Like, not just something like this, but have a WNBA All-Star game come through here as well. Like, get them all. I love Black History Month, but every time I hear about it and think about it, I think of Morgan Freeman interview on 60 Minutes. That doesn't quite come to... Nothing about that interview... Or that interview doesn't quite come to mind. Also, I can't remember the last time I seen 60 Minutes. Like, I haven't watched 60 Minutes, right, or a 60-minute interview probably since my grandmother was alive. And I don't think I even watched 60 Minutes ever since I haven't stopped sharing a television with my grandmother. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess it's may look bad on me, but I can't even tell you what channel 60 Minutes is on anymore. Plus, I haven't had regular TV in God knows how long. Like, I would have to look up 60 Minutes. Find its time. Does 60 Minutes have a re-air? Is there a 60 Minutes app? And if so, like, how long is it? Nah, I'm joking. 60 Minutes, obviously. Goddamn you. Yo, I can hear the ticking in my head now. I can hear that damn ticking in my head. That's just me. You know, though, it's a good... Since I'm distracted by that, let me tell you about another distraction. Can I tell you guys that when I'm getting ready to start, and not just when I'm getting ready to start the podcast, right? But a lot of times when I'm trying to do something serious on Instagram or Facebook or anything like that, right? But let's say on Instagram, because you guys know I put up an Instagram cam, right? You guys get the gram cam. And with the gram cam, before we started, I really just mean to pick up my phone, open up IG, go to the camera section, go to the live section, bam, get things ready. And every time I open it up, I catch myself getting caught in it, even if it's for like 45 seconds. I catch myself getting caught in there something extra, and then I'm like, oh no, you're not here for this. You came, you grabbed your phone to do something. Close the app, put my phone down, then I'm like, okay, what were you about to do? And you remember, damn it, you were trying to go live on Instagram. Open it back up and have to fully remind myself, you're not on Instagram to see big busty women in half naked clothing, because that's what it keeps showing you, right? It's like either big busty women or sports highlights. Like, I'm not complaining about either or, but I'm just saying, like, I'm here for a reason. I have to remind myself, like, yo, okay, here, no, let's go live, let's go live, let's go live. It's like, I don't know, it's a weird muscle. I don't want to call it a muscle, but it's a muscle memory. It's one of the muscle memories. I go there without thinking. I go there subconsciously. Yeah, for those listening, if that sounded like what you think it sounded like, it is exactly what it is, and exactly what it's ever gonna be. Alrighty, let's go ahead and move on. Right? Oh, wait, no, we're not done about Jordan. We're not done talking about Jordan. I forgot that Jordan was actually, honestly and truly, our... No. Not our first topic of the day.
MyT.
He needs 3 of them.
MyT.
Well, I guess he got 2, then 3. That works even better. The reason why we also had Michael Jordan on the docket originally is because for his birthday, Michael Jordan decided not to just fulfill his wish. He also decided to fulfill the wishes of a lot of other people in this world by donating $10 million to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Yep. Hold on. Let's pull it out. Let's make sure we get that in there. Why is this thing? Why are you here? What should have been there? Something's off on my soundboard. It's okay. Alright, so they just started a new game. Now they have the Paul Gasol team versus the... Oh, that says Joakim Noah. Okay, so there was a Paul Gasol team, a Joakim Noah team. If I'm not mistaken, I think there was a Banchero team, Paulo Banchero team. I thought that's what that was. Yo, look at Jose Alvarado. Looking like his nickname should be Point Guard. Hey, yo. We got Paul, Joakim Noah, G League, and I think the other one was Pablo Rancho team. And that's the way that they have. As I said, let me write that down so I remember, because we're gonna talk about this in just a second. As we see now, the first game between the game between Joakim Noah and Paul Gasol team. That game is starting right now. I didn't get a chance to catch the winner of the other game, or the previous game. Interesting. All right, let's continue. So yeah, Michael Jordan ended up donating $10 million to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and that's actually the reason why he ended up popping up on the docket to begin with was because of his hefty donation. Too often, we hear actually not too often. We hear every negative story that happens for an athlete. Every single negative story that happens for an athlete. Almost to the fact that you forget that they do a lot of good in this world as well with their money. They donate a considerable amount to the communities that they live in, and not just the communities that they currently live in, to a lot of the communities that they used to live in as well, and the community that they're from. So just communities that they've lived in general, you catch them giving their money to. Again, Jose Alvarado giving up to one of the Rookie of the Year candidates, the rookie out of Indiana. What's his name? Damn it. I always forget his name. He's the one person I always forget his name, but I'm always watching out for. If that's crazy. If that sounds crazy to you. I'm always watching out for him, but I always forget hhis name. But I'm about to check. And the thing about it, I didn't realize that Jose Alvarado was only a second-year player. I don't know why I feel like Jose Alvarado been in the league for like 5 years now. Like, you see him in the, like, right now he's in the Rising Star Challenge in Utah, which Salt Lake City. Then again, Salt Lake City, Utah. But I am listening to a lot of athletes that were talking, and it's funny that other athletes that weren't basketball players, and it's funny how a lot of them weren't thrilled about the All-Star game being in Utah. Because they were saying like, yo, generally, in the off-season, let's see, we got Scotty Barnes. What else we got here? What we got here? Scotty Barnes doing his thing, coming through with the long left dunk. You know what I mean with the long left dunk. Was that talking about Jose Alvarado still? Football players. That he was like, yeah, that normally that you catch a lot of football players at the All-Star weekend because they usually it's something that the majority of them normally have circled on their calendar is to go to All-Star. Let's go to the All-Star game. So I heard that a lot of them weren't too pleased to want to have to go to Salt Lake City. Like, some of them are skipping it just because it's Salt Lake City. I'm like, damn. So if you guys don't see a lot of other athlete involvement, right? Or you don't see a lot of other athlete sightings at the All-Star weekend, All-Star game. You know why? Ain't none of them happy to be in Salt Lake City. They may go for the game, but they ain't gonna be in Salt Lake City for the week. Sorry, city girls, you're not gonna be able to convince these some of these athletes to fly you out to Salt Lake City for a whole week. But hey, you go invite some of the regular, average, everyday suckers. We'll see. They may also fall into the category of average, everyday suckers. They may be even worse. So as much as I'm happy, I don't know if we're going to do a 3-hour show today. We probably won't. As much as I'm happy that there's I find it ironic and I find it funny and entertaining, right? And also I find it's pleasing to me that there were two days dedicated to Michael Jordan in this very month. Again, sandwiching the same time that LeBron James is breaking the all-time scoring record, and also constantly setting that record as well, right? Like, but we already talked about that. We pretty much told you guys that unless he suffers some fatal injury, LeBron James could get this record up to 45,000 points. I don't know if I need to put that on the board, Let me see here. LeBron James is game 68, 69, and 70. That's before he was. That's when I thought he was averaging 20 to 25 points per game. And then this mother sucker started averaging 40 points a game, and decided to not. Oh no, I'm not gonna break this record on the second game that I played in New York. I'm gonna break this record on the second game. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna break this record on the second game I played in New York. I'm gonna break this record on the first game I got a board behind me over here. In case you guys were here, what the hell is he pointing to? I got a board behind me over here. We keep track of all these stuff. And I don't have my LeBron James take on here. Oh, we gotta make that. We gotta make sure we get that one written in there. But yeah, I believe that LeBron James is probably gonna break this. Is probably gonna take this record to about 45,000 points, and then 45,717. I don't know. Right, but 45,717. That's going to be the new all-time scoring record. And for people that say that that Kevin Durant is going to be the next person to pass it, you think even I may have even been one of those people to say that. I don't think that. Right? But I don't think that. Is that him again? Or is that Barnes? It's Barnes. Just using a little bit of that frame. And left. And wing span is what I'm talking about over here. But I don't know if Kevin Durant's gonna break the all-time scoring record. Because one thing that we have to remember that is key to being one of the all-time scorers of all time, right? One of the all-time leading scorers of all time, is longevity. Is some decent amount of longevity. 15 years at least. We've seen it, right? From Jordan, right? At least 15 years. But for the most part, to get into that top three, 19 years of longevity is needed, of playing. And Kevin Durant, I am officially rooting for Joakim Noah's team. Only because it has Quentin Grimes. Yo, that was Quentin Grimes that made that? Hey, yo, that's what they see in practice. Okay. See, and okay. Oh man, I'm all over the place right now. Oh man, I'm always about to say, like, I'm always about to lose exactly what I was just thinking about, and I think I may have lost it already. But yeah, I don't believe that Kevin Durant is gonna be. If he can't stay healthy, he may not be able to break that all-time scoring record. It sounds like it's gonna require at least 18 years from him, and we'll see if how he's been injured. Now look how many games he keeps missing now every single season. So now if you start looking at where you're gonna start losing him, you can start losing Kevin Durant for at least 22 games a season. Like, he's gonna need almost 22. Ooh, this is what they see from him in practice. He's gonna need at least 22. He's gonna need at least 22 years probably if he's gonna be playing the way that he has been with, in this little bit of time. But we're talking about it requires 19 decent years. And if Kevin Durant can't stay healthy, Quentin Grimes with another one. Quentin Grimes out here looking like the Splash Brother. At least a Splash cousin. He's looking like a Splash Brother to Jordan Poole at least. So I don't know if Kevin Durant breaks that all-time scoring record. I really don't. Right? But he probably is the closest one that may have the opportunity. But I don't know if he does. It's because these injuries that he keeps piling up, is going to start hurting those numbers at some point in time. And let me quickly transition over to this All-Star game, right? This Rising Star Challenge. This Joakim Noah team versus this Paul Gasol team. As I'm watching Quentin Grimes completely ball out right now. We're talking about a couple of dribble between the legs, pull up 3-point shot. We're talking about catch a wild pass that is going out of bounds. How it has his back turned to the rim, turns around, shoots it, nothing but net. And then you see Paulo Banchero out there trying to shoot a shot, and Quentin Grimes comes out, goes up in the air, and he swats it he swats it on Banchero's way up, and then it makes me realize, right? Because sometimes you really wonder, right? Sometimes you really wonder, what is it that your coaches are seeing to give certain people playing time? And then you see the All-Star game come up, and you see these guys play in a fashion, and you're like, and you start thinking to yourself, why can't you play like this in the game? And then you realize, hey, they may have what they played in the All-Star game, but you never see it in the regular game. Why does the coach keep giving them chances? And it makes me realize, this is probably what the coach sees and everybody sees in practice. Quentin Grimes being able to have this kind of stroke. We've already seen him improve drastically on the defensive end, right? On top of that, we've seen him now this past year get more aggressive. Oof. You've seen him get more aggressive when it comes to driving to the lane. He's supposed to have this kind of shooting touch. I don't know about this kind of shooting touch, but he's supposed to have this. He's supposed to have this kind of shooting touch, and you don't always see it in game. But now it makes me wonder if this is what they see in practice. It is because of performances like this, or moments like this that you constantly see out of them in practice, or why Coach Thibodeau's like, let's get him in it. I don't put him in the starting lineup. He's a great defender anyway, and I see what he can do shooting the ball. He's gotten better driving the ball. We just got to wait for him to put it together really in the game, because you see now he fully has it in him. Hey, oh my God. Right? I forgot about something in not just my intro, but inside the title of let's see, Jordan's All-Star Weekend NFL Honors. Yeah, I did. It's okay. We'll make sure we talk about it. So I'm liking what I'm seeing from Quentin Grimes, right? Even though we don't get this from in the game in a while now, it makes me start to see just a little bit more what Tibbs and them may be liking from him, and why it seems like he's gonna get the starting job over RJ Barrett. Yeah, it sounds like Josh Hart may take that starting role, and RJ Barrett start coming off the bench with Emmanuel Quickly and Obi Toppins, along with Jericho Sims. He now becomes that solid fourth piece. And I just got to find one more piece. It's really just another point guard to help back up. Well, because Emmanuel Quickly, Obi, Cam, Tom. It depends. Emmanuel Quickly running point. So somebody that's a combination between a point guard and small forward, even to the power forward. I can see why it's weird to try to find what they want in the thing. You see Jose Alvarado playing Quentin Grimes and playing him tough. So there's defense being played. There's definitely defense being played in this game. There's foul. Listen, but Quentin Grimes, he is right now stroking it. And pause in all way, shape, or form. And since we're here talking about Quentin Grimes, right? Let's get a little Knicks talk in here. Let's get a little Knicks talk. You know how we like. You know how we like to spark the block and spark the talk with a little bit of Knicks talk. Who would have thought, right? While the Knicks are looking for all of these pieces, trying to get all of these players, you right? You hear all of these players moving, right? Why they don't get none of the big players that moving, right? Which really was just Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, right? The New York Knicks makes a move that kind of goes underneath the radar, but again, very oddly, it really is another building block move that really helps solidify the identity and the culture of this team. And that is by the acquisition of getting Josh Hart. And who would have thought that all the Knicks needed was a little bit of heart? Right? They played with enough tenacity, right? They got the effort. Who knew that they just needed a little heart? Right? They grind it out. They play grimy. Right? You can see the rolls. You can see the rolls going out the concrete. Jose Alvarado out here. Yeah, Alvarado out here. That's the final. They just won that. Ooh. Oh, these are 1/4 games. Oh, that's how they're going through these fast. Okay, see, I didn't pick that up earlier. These are 1/4 games. So, were we on the last game? This can't be the last game. This can't be the championship game. Ivy, Barnes, Alvarado. Oh, first to 25? That's why they're playing so damn hard. No time limit, first to 25. Put up or shut up. Okay. I like it. Look at Jose Alvarado talking shit to Donovan Mitchell. That's that New Yorker in him. He can't help himself. Dog be gonna be a dog. We don't see might send Jose Alvarado. And maybe it's the first to 24. Because maybe they had to win by 2. No, they were up by 22. It was 22 to 20. It was 22 to 20 at the time. So maybe it was first to 24. Maybe it's a shout to Kobe thing. Damn. Here I'm rooting for Joakim Noah's team. So Joakim Noah's team or whatever must have beat somebody already. They must have beat either the G League team or whatever. And then you had the Banchero team must have got beat by somebody. Damn, I didn't even realize that. Damn, dog. Damn. I think that was a championship game. That was interesting. That was very, very interesting. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, so we have the Knicks, right? No, right now, and really, who would have known that all they needed was a little Jose Alvarado, right? Sorry, just Josh Hart. I'm tripping. And since they got Josh Hart, they've been on a 3-game winning streak, which isn't much, but it just means that they've won every game since they've gotten it. And nobody expects them to win every single game, but since Brooklyn has now lost Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, there is an expectation that the Knicks can take that 5th spot. We've said it here already on the podcast, and now it's being leaked everywhere else because we know ESPN has a correspondent that spies on our podcast. We say this every time before them. We say this every time before them. And then somebody comes over within 48 hours of the podcast, and they start dropping the same takes I just dropped. Yes, y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop. It's so obvious. So obvious y'all biting my style. Yo, Fox, like, this is what you need to do. This guy, hit your boy up, right? And I'll drop this on your network, your station, before they get it. Ooh, a crispy melt taco. What time is it? That actually looks good. Yo, we not giving you a 3-hour show today. I mean, I may give you 2. We gonna have a good... Today's Friday? What if I should go to the bar? You know, let me hit up one of my homies, see what they doing. Shit. Yeah. So, anybody remember where we was at? Okay, thank you. The Knicks get Josh Hart, and you see automatically the injection that he's giving them, right? That he's getting 7 rebounds in a game. Another game he's getting 4 assists. Another game he's putting up 20-something points, right? Yeah, he's going off, or he's contributing to the game on all factors: points, rebounds, assists, steals, defense, offense, everywhere. But you also know where he's affecting it at, and I think it's gonna get overlooked until it's truly realized. And I don't know, and I can't say that these guys are gonna help lead to that. I say, look at this team. I say it wasn't a Paulo Banchero draft. Paulo Banchero is actually on that squad. So you see Paulo Banchero, Jordan Ivey, Jose Alvarado, Barnes. Oh yeah, this team is stacked. Ivy, the kid from Indiana that I always forget his name. And I don't know who that number 13 is right there. But hey, yo. That last game was a good game. Because they were down early. Jose Alvarado really helped lead that team. You know what's funny? They hit the top of his head, and he saw him hold his head. His braids are probably new, and his head probably hurts. Oh man, that's funny. That's funny. Scott Smalls. Is that my cousin Ricky? All right, so let's continue. The thing that probably gets looked over, and I'm not saying, and I don't know if game-winning 3-pointer in the championship. Yeah, for the Jordan Rising Star MVP. He's the Jordan Rising Star MVP. What I truly like is that we may all forget that they weren't just teammates, Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart. They were championship teammates in Villanueva. And here we go again, another Villanueva guy that comes in. As we know, Villanueva has a hard-nosed coach like Tom Thibodeau. So if you play for Villanueva, you're ready to play for a guy like Tom Thibodeau. You understand this kind of expectation, the kind of defense that's going to be requested from you. But also the kind of shooting that those guys used to have as well. I remember Villanueva being one of the better 3-point shooting teams that year. They won a championship to go along with their defense. I completely overlooked me until I put it together, until after the draft, and both of them was put together. And I was like, oh man. You get these two guys that busted their butts in a kind of underdog role in a way, right? To come through and win an NBA championship. And these ain't one of those blue blood kind of guys that go to the Kentuckys, the Dukes, the North Carolinas. You know what I mean? They're not one of those where you're stacked with all of this talent and you're just a kind of and you're basically just a farm system for the NBA and you always get all of the best recruits. Nah, Villanueva is like, okay, This is where the guys that don't go there go to. You know what I mean? These are the guys that these guys overlook. These are where the dogs are at. These are the guys that had to scratch, earn, and claw for every inch of respect, every inch of playing time, every inch of acknowledgement that they ever got. And now those two guys are on the Knicks. And R.J. Barrett may go to the bench as Josh Hart takes his spot, but those two guys are going to be leading that front court, back court. And the thing about why I like it so much is the mentality is that those guys from college have this dog mentality. Those guys from college have a championship mentality. While, listen, a lot of guys have championship mentalities and it doesn't cross over. You know what? These two guys have it. I feel a little bit different about. I just feel a little bit different that they bring that. Like I said, not the fact that they'll win a championship for the Knicks, but they help solidify that culture that Tom Thibodeau has been building over the last 3 years. The last 3 years where the Knicks have been better than the Lakers. The Knicks that, when we looked at it last, they are better than 75% of the teams in the West. Starting with Phoenix. Yep, starting with Phoenix. Going all the way down to Houston. But in there is Phoenix. In there is Golden State. In there are the Clippers. In there are the Lakers. Just saying. Golden State. I enjoy right now. Because what's going on, Jay? I see you, pimping. I see you. Thank you for watching the show. I really enjoy where this All-Star break is at, because let's just call it that, an All-Star break. It's no longer a break halfway through the season or whatever. You can see that the NBA has very strategically maneuvered this game to a specific point. And that is till after the Super Bowl. You realize this. The very first week after the Super Bowl. All-Star week. And I like that. You know why? Nothing else to have to go up against. Nothing else to go up against. No baseball who's about to start soon with their new rules. Oh, you know what? Maybe we'll talk about baseball and their new rules a little bit later in the podcast. We won't. I'm not trying to do a 3-hour show. Thank you. We'll talk about that next week sometime. Right? But don't forget, there's a bunch. Yeah, look it up if you guys forgot about it. Or now you just remember like, oh yeah, there are some new rules. Yeah. No baseball with their new rules. No football and their domination over television ratings, right? Right? None of that. No distractions whatsoever. None. What you get is just basketball. And while a lot of people say, and listen, I don't agree with it, obviously, but while a lot of people say that Christmas Day is the beginning of the NBA season, or while a lot of people say they don't pay attention to basketball until their team was eliminated out of football, or the people that don't watch basketball until football is over, like I said, you realize it's no longer halfway through the season. It's no longer somewhere between game 37 and 43, or 37 and 48. It's no longer that. 60 games have passed. So for those that haven't watched any basketball yet, you've literally missed 2/3 of the season. 2/3 of the season, you really have no clue what was going on. And that's probably the reason why you have no clue and why you can't be invested in basketball the way that you're. Because football, you watch from week 1 to the very end. So you're involved into the whole entire story of it. Right now, you know what you're doing? You're picking up another man's saved game. That's what you're doing. You're the second man in the train. Or you're the last man in the train. Basically. And everybody went raw. And nothing was cleaned up. That's who you are. Yeah. You're that dirty sporting mother sucker. Yeah, Grand Theft Alvarado with the game-winning shot and the MVP of the evening. Really didn't realize he was only a second-year player. 'Cause I know he wasn't there last year, right? And I remember him being in the league last year. But I didn't realize he was a second-year player like that. Big up to him. Because if I'm not mistaken, even him being a rookie last year and doing what he did and having that spot, I could have swore he was wearing down CP3 in the bubble. Maybe he came late in the season. That didn't qualify as his rookie season. And maybe last year was his first full season that qualified as his rookie season. And maybe now this year is what's considered his second year. But, oh my God, nothing but net. Hey, yo, look at him! New York in the building. Hopefully they can keep this up. Right, you know in the dunk contest we have Jericho Sims. If Jericho Sims could win the dunk contest, this will be the fourth Knick ever to win the slam dunk contest. Which means that if the Knicks don't own anything else, or if New York doesn't own anything else, we at least own the most slam dunk championships. He'll be the fourth Knick. But also remember, one Knick won it 3 times. He's the one and only player to ever win it 3 times. And he was a Knick. And then we have Skywalker that won it, and then we had Obi Toppin that just win it recently. That's 5 times a New York Knick has won the slam dunk contest. If Jericho Sims could bring home number 6, I would love it. I would love it. Yeah, you got to get a legacy somewhere. And I'm telling you, then watch the whole. And then watch. I'm telling you right now. Let Jericho Sims do this. Get this title. Then suddenly, there's going to be a narrative that's going to start building about New York that, yo, we got the best dunkers. So. Watch. We ain't have to be the greatest. But we're going to watch dunkers start coming to New York so they can start also being a New York Knick to win that slam dunk contest. Like, you're gonna get, if we get nothing but that alone. Watch. I'm telling you, it's going to start happening. But I'm looking forward to Jericho Sims winning that. Yo, shout out to Jose Alvarado. You know what I mean? For real. Grand Theft Alvarado bringing home the MVP. Shout out to Camp. You know what? Let's get these shout outs done properly. Hold on. Right, to Candace Parker as well, being the first female to call to be able to call the All-Star game. Big shouts to her. See Donovan and Spider Mitchell. For real. Yo. You know, that rivalry with Cleveland is coming soon. But as we was just talking about, KJ, I'm glad to see that you back in the room. We was just talking about the other day is that I more than like what the Josh Hart pickup does, because now not only is it somebody that also needs no. See, and this is what I like, right? It's already been solidified, but for those that doesn't realize it, that when you come to New York, there is now an expectation on how you're going to conduct yourself. There's an expectation on how you earn your minutes, an expectation on how you play. And by bringing in a guy like Josh Hart that already has that mentality, just helps keep on solidifying it. So I'm telling you, when they do find the star that they do bring in here, he will know he's gonna have to be a two-way player. Listen, and I know it's gonna turn a lot of people's stomach. Like Donovan Mitchell would have been the perfect guy, right? Like, because that's what they required from him in Cleveland, and he became that in Cleveland. Cleveland being one of the best defensive teams in the league. But Jalen Brunson, an All-Star snub twice, has been averaging 30 points per game since the calendar year. Over 30 points per game since he's been snubbed. New York Knicks have won, 6 of their last 10? 7 of their last 10? And we have been in the hard part of the season. Just to let you guys know. The hard part of the season started in January. Started in the middle of January. And we've come out of this so far with an above 500 record. This is why I talked about this early in the season. I said, the New York Knicks will learn this season. Some way or another, they will learn. Will they win? I don't know. But they will learn this season. Once I took a look at how this season was going to end, once football stopped being a major thing, right? Shortly after Martin Luther King Day, right? Shortly after those series of games, the majority of the New York Knicks games were against teams above 500. Majority of their games are against teams that are against teams that are in playoff contention, postseason contention. That was their record. So they were going to either have to learn really fast on how to start overcoming some of these better teams, or you was going to start seeing the pattern of them being really close, but just not making it. And with Brooklyn losing their two pieces, right? Automatically, it looks like that 5 spot is wide open for the taking. And I am telling you, it is going to be harder to get than you believe. Miami is not going to be that easy. Knicks is not going to be that easy. Brooklyn is not going to give up that spot that easily. Because the Brooklyn Nets are kind of like the New York Knicks. They don't got a lot of people on that team that you can name, and they're just playing well out of grit, hard work, defense, and good old unity. Because if you don't take them seriously, you will be wondering, what did the hand say to the face, and get smacked out of the building. You have guys like Cam Thomas dropping 20 off the bench, but he's upset because he's not starting or getting more minutes. And he doesn't like how the winning's looking. But at the same time, you got Mikal Bridges dropping 45. If you like the point guard play of Jalen Brunson, have you forgotten what the point guard play used to look like from Spencer Dinwiddie? It's funny because Spencer Dinwiddie used to look like Jalen Brunson when Spencer Dinwiddie was sitting over here in Brooklyn. And then he went to Dallas, and you thought it was going to be a great fit because it would be another ball handler to help with Luka. But for some reason, it didn't quite fit. They had Jalen Brunson and Spencer Dinwiddie. And even with these two guys that we've seen, once Luka's not in the lineup, we've seen both of those guys put up over 30 points per game. Easily run the offense for that team. But yet Luka comes in there and they can't quite all function. And now Luka has Kyrie. Phone, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you know, because literally these are messages. But hey, yo, bro. Your timing. Phenomenal. What am I doing? Why am I calling people? Stop it. Let's continue. Like so I'm happy. I'm more than happy. I don't want to say I'm ecstatic, right? I'm highly pleased that the Knicks got Josh Hart. It really helps solidify what is going to be their culture. And unfortunately for Brooklyn, they look like they may have an issue in their culture because they have to get through to Cam Thomas that, you know what? Is it Cam Thomas? It's Cam Thomas, right? Yeah. They have to get it through to him because He's that kind of guy. Look at that pass. They have to get it through to him that, you know what? You're not going to start these games. We know when Kevin Durant and Kyrie was gone that you put up these points, and understand that, and I get that he should feel that he should be rewarded in some type of way, but the reward isn't in the start. The reward is in the trust. And the coach, I feel like the coach really needs to get through to him very early and very fast that I trust you. That's the reason why I want you off the bench when there's nobody else that I can get a scoring punch from. When the starting unit is off the floor, or when I bring you in when I bring you in, you know that you got a green light. Like, it means that I'm looking for you to do what you do. And off the bench, you can do what you do with least resistance. You don't have to worry about having to feed 2-3 other guys. It may just be you and one other person. They need to let him get through his head very early what it means to be one of the best 6 men in the league. What James Harden was at one point in time. What Jason Terry was. What Jamal Crawford was. I feel like either Matt Barnes or Stat was also in the running for one of those 1 year as well. Look at Grimes. Oh, okay. That was the first game I saw. That was Quentin Grimes and Team Joakim in Game 2 taking out Team Jason. Okay. Now I see how this was going. These are some good games. Okay, so why did that game go to 30-35? I don't get it. I missed something. I really missed something in the ruling. Was the target score different every game? In this game, I can see the target score is 25. Okay, that's what that was. So it wasn't them breaking 24. So I'm trying to figure out what determines the target score. Look at Paulo Banchero. Look at Jose Alvarado. All over Quentin Grimes. Got him taking the shot. I gotta see if he. I gotta see if he made this shot. Did he make that shot? Guessing he didn't. And then he came back down and made the game winner. Again, because you see Alvarado throwing the right? The 2 crosses across his chest. I'm assuming that he must have locked them down. Quentin Grimes was be a good defender too. He pulled up. He alligated on that one. All right, let's continue to roll up and roll out the podcast. We have just about just about 40 minutes left in the show. I guess we're gonna do like a 2-hour show today. I don't think we're gonna give you guys a full 3 hours. Now, like I said, we did a lot of talking to New York Knicks, and there's not much to talk about. Right now they have a break as this All-Star break, and look at that little kid. That little kid is just shocked. B.I. made sure to capture the Pelicans teammate Jose Alvarado lifting the Jordan Rising Stars trophy. That's what's up. But let's continue to roll up and roll out. Let's continue to roll up and roll out like we said. Now, that was basketball. I don't know why am I still talking football, but I guess Rihanna just happened to still be a polarizing enough topic that people are still talking about it to this day. And now you're starting to, and I want to let you know that if you don't like Rihanna's, you didn't like Rihanna's show, then you share something now in common with Goldberg, who has something with her performance, and Goldberg's wrestling performances. His whole career was subpar and shitty. Like, seriously, like, he's really not the person to talk about performances, right? He was given the most lightweight workload and overpushed character ever. Then there's Donald Trump. Right? I think you all know about Donald Trump's resume. And then there's you. Yep. Goldberg, Donald Trump, and you. All did not like Rihanna's performance. Just saying. Like, you're kind of harsh on a pregnant woman. Like, jeez. You're like y'all wanted her hanging upside down like she was at Circus Soleil at goddamn Vegas. Like, what more did you want from a pregnant? Like seriously, like, have a little compassion. Like, I know we always look for something to scrutinize. Like, I scrutinize a lot of stuff for a living. That's what we do here. Ooh, free pancakes. Join the rewards program. Bank pancakes. I could go for some pancakes. I could go for some waffles. I feel like I want some Waffle House. Here goes the Tubi commercial of the rabbits kidnapping people. What's this? Yo, the fact that he kicked that dude in the back down the rabbit hole. I keep forgetting to close this damn window. You know what? We gotta close this pretty soon. We didn't even got a commercial yet. We should have cut a commercial already. Okay, let's bring in some NFL honors in here, right? And the NFL had their honors last week, in between Super Bowl and the Pro Bowl. And while I think I watched it, but still don't remember much of it, right? MVP, all that stuff. Don't remember, right? But what I do remember is you asshole. Oh, man. You know what? This is why. Ooh. Slam dunk contest. Is that what's happening tomorrow? Oh, this must be the last game of the night. Is that all that's happening today? So then, tomorrow, coverage begins at 8 p.m. Tomorrow, do we get the slam dunk contest and the skills challenge? I noticed I didn't notice any skills challenge, but also I picked up right at the Allstar game. I didn't get a chance to see the celebrity game, and I wanted to catch that as well. And if I'm not mistaken, even though it didn't count, The Miz got a steal on an inbound, right? On a long inbound, and made a half-court shot. But, I think it went in after the buzzer. See, slam dunk contest. Jericho Sims, Mac McClung, Troy Murphy III, and also Kenyon Martin Jr. Matt McClung. Okay, I know who he is. Matt McClung from the G League. Okay. My bad. I don't know who he is. Right? It's weird. I don't know who he is, and I didn't know who he was when I was seeing him dunk. But if that's who I think that they're talking about, oh yeah, he's nice. Because you have to understand, right? Two things happened in my head a while ago. When I first did the announcement for Matt McClung, right? Being in the G League. I mean, being in the dunk contest. I didn't know who the person. I couldn't picture the person. A while ago, when they showed him, my first thought was like, "Who's this white dude in the dunk contest?" And then I was like, oh, that's him. That's who Matt McClung is. So I've seen highlights of this dude in the G League dunking. Did not realize who it has been this whole entire time, right? And I'm guessing this must be who Mac McClung is. So that's who we'll be seeing in the dunk contest. Again, really enjoy that the NBA is having their All-Star weekend this week. Because, okay, I know I started saying this, but I never fully finished this thought. Finished explaining it. And the 3-point contest is up. Again, we'll give you the participants: Jason Tatum out of Boston, Kevin Huerter out of Sacramento, Tyler Hero from Miami, Indiana's Tyrese Halliburton, Indiana's Buddy Hield, Portland's Damian Lillard, New York's Julius Randle, and Larry Marketing from Utah. So I think Anthony Simmons got replaced. Julius Randle is in there now, right? Because 3-point contest, we had Hield, Marketing, Huerter, Halliburton, Simmons, Dame, Hero, and Tatum. Yep, Simmons got replaced for Julius Randle. Interesting. It's going to be an embarrassment. New York always finding ways to get into these skilled contests, man. You better win something. Yo, imagine Julius Randle. I don't see it. I don't see it at all. But what if? What if Julius Randle wins the slam dunk contest? Man, that will be a sight to see. That would be funny. I ain't gonna lie, that would be funny. For as much as Knicks fans hate Julius Randle, that will be hilarious to me if he wins the slam dunk contest. So, the NBA and the All-Star Weekend this week. I know I started saying it, for you guys that aren't really watching the season until now, but also, like I said, it's a really good. They say that the beginning of the season is on December, right? Because everybody's off, but still people aren't really paying attention yet, right? Or they just kind of like tuning in for the first time, right? And they may tune in, but they're not locked in yet. Their next big day, if I'm not mistaken, is Martin Luther King Day. Again, a lot of people not really locked in, but still watching. Now with nothing else to watch, you're kind of forced to be locked into basketball now, right? And this is a good way to now show everybody, reintroduce everybody all over again. And it's a good way to understand, okay, who has been good up until this point. So now, you know what? You know how you find out who's been good up until this point? Here goes a showcase of all of the All-Stars. Here goes a showcase of some of the best 3-point shooters. Here goes a showcase of some of the best dunkers. And here goes a showcase of the best up-and-coming stars, the guys in the G League, and our regular All-Stars. Here goes a showcase of all of them. For you guys that are just now coming in and watch and paying attention to the league right now. 60 games in. And another reason why I enjoy it and I like it, right? Because I end up realizing that while it's no longer halfway through the season, it's right at the end, right? Or it's a break to help gear you. Thank you. It's a break to help gear you up for that dash at the end, the last 20 games of the season. You're determining your final playoff spots, your final play-in tournament positions. You're trying to get all of that together. I realized I didn't even talk about what I wanted to talk about the NFL. I kind of jumped right back into the NBA. Wow, this memory. Memories don't live like people do. They'll always remember you, whether things are good or bad. It's just the memories that you had. I couldn't stop it. Oh, man. So now you get a full-blown showcase of everybody. And I find this not only to be great timing, but wonderful marketing, wonderful mark. I find this to be now, in a sense, I'm really starting to find now the All-Star break right here refreshing. At first, I was kind of finding it annoying that they're waiting so long, but now I find it refreshing. Everybody gets a break. Now, not everybody gets a break, because if you're an All-Star, then you're not really getting a break, but you're also not playing 3 games in a week or 4 games in a week or anything like that. You really understand, they played 2 games early this week. Everybody has off, and they come back in they come back in about 10 games. It's a nice little break. It's a nice little break. Not 10 games, 10 days, but it's really good. I remember LaMelo Ball had 9 days off or something weird like that. But a lot of these other guys are gonna be playing, they're gonna end up playing, and Charlotte needs to hurry up and take care of LaMelo Ball, because I don't know if he's gonna stay there. I don't know why I have this feeling. I don't know if he's gonna stay there or not. Now, talking about staying there, let me get somewhere and let me stay there for a little while, because we're not even gonna be there long, right? We're not even gonna really be here long, and I've already covered everything. Oh wow! I told you guys I was gonna have a short show for you guys today. Bring that back up. Oh, speaking of bringing something back up, let me go see if there's any work for me real quick. I'm bringing up my Amazon app. Any offers? 6 a.m. Yeah, let's do this. Schedule. Damn it, somebody took it. Shoot. I would have so done that one. Well, I gotta redo my schedule. Alright. So that means there's some games, at a decent time. So the NFL had their honors right last week sometime, and yeah, I didn't get a lot of the NFL honor. Let's see if we could pull that up real quick. Right, but I didn't really get a lot of their honors. Right, I didn't catch a lot of it. I watched it, but I don't remember me taking away a lot from it. It's their 12th annual honors. They've been doing this for a little over a decade now. Dak Prescott was named Man of the Year. I remember that. Didn't he get that award at the Super Bowl and he got booed? And wasn't it some foundation that he started in his mom's name? They gave some big ass sob story before they even brought him out there, just to make sure hey, we're bringing him out for this reason. Don't boo him. The crowd was still boo. That's funny. But let's see. Mahomes earns his 2nd MVP. Revis, Thorne, Ware. They headlined the 2023 Hall of Fame class. That's right, all defensive class, and also Darrell Revis getting in there. Damar Hamlin shares his gratitude of the medical, because I remember the medical staff being honored on stage. I remember that. But the reason why that we're here for, right? Bosa crushes competition to win top defensive player. Wide receiver beats Mahomes, Hurts, and Hill for offensive player of the year. Oh, okay. Ex-49er defensive coach Ryan voted top assistant coach. List of honor awards from the two. No, I don't care that. Okay. So the ones we came here for. Let's see, Sunday, 8:30 p.m. Allstar, Utah. Let's see, Sunday at the same time, TBS. So they have 2 different coverages, one on TNT and one on. I'll be watching TBS. I don't gotta hear Reggie Miller. I gotta remember to watch TBS. I gotta get TBS locked in on here. I gotta start watching TBS. No more TNT. They should offer that for every game. Every game that Reggie Miller does, you should offer a TBS alternative broadcast. Give some people jobs out here. Don't let him keep hogging up all the jobs. Give some other people jobs out here. Let's see here. So, the two that we care about, and let's get this out of the way first before we mention anybody else, was the rookie class was dominated by the Jets. As Sauce Gardner brought home Rookie Defensive Player of the Year and Offensive Player of the Year went to Garrett Wilson, their wide receiver. Oh, boy. And if Breece Hall was healthy, Offensive Player of the Year was probably going to Breece Hall. So, unless Breece Hall has played enough games that he won't qualify for next year, if the Jets get him back next year, because he's been gone, he was gone super early in the season, I think like at week 6. So I seriously mean this. If he has not qualified for enough games for that to be his rookie season, we can see Breece Hall come back and also win Rookie of the Year for the New York Jets. And the New York Jets have back-to-back. Yo, so who's the Rookie of the Year? Hold on. Okay, so let's see here. Let's see here. Okay, that's the top. Let's not start at the top. Let's start at the bottom over here. Right? Head and Shoulders never not working. Protection Play of the Year went to the 49ers. George Kittles versus the Dallas Cowboys. Right? That's the first. Then the Jim Brown Award for the rushing leader goes to Josh Jacobs, the Raiders running back. Angry Run of the Year went to Damian Pierce, the Texans running back versus the Jaguars. Then we have the Art Rooney Sportsmanship Award goes to Calais Campbell from the Ravens defensive lineman. Then the AP Assistant Coach of the Year goes to D'Amico Ryan, the 49ers defensive coordinator. We ain't done. I said, we ain't done. You know what I mean? We ain't done. I don't know why I keep throwing this slide. You know, that's a force of habit. I keep throwing the slideshow in the back, and can't none of you guys see the slideshow in the back because I have a screen up for all of you. For all of you. Hey. All of you. All of you. There we go. Well, fuck it. Let's go here. I don't know why that makes me automatically want to do that. Alrighty. Let's continue, right? Then there's the Deacon Jones Sacks Leader Award. That goes to Nick Bosa. He is the third 49er to win an award for the evening, and that is the 49ers defensive end. I don't know why. NFL Fan of the Year presented by whatever. Right, Bud Light Celly of the Year, Bengals roller coaster celebration in week 18. FedEx Air and Ground Player of the Year goes to Joe Burrow, quarterback, Josh Jacobs, running back. Pro Football Hall of Fame class, Rondé Bob, Darrell Reeves, Joe Thomas, Zach Thomas, DeMarcus Ware, Don Carlay, Coach Coordinator, Chuck Howley Sr., Joe Klecko Sr., Ken Riley Sr. The Walter Payton Man of the Year, we talked about him already. Next Gen Stats Moment of the Year went to Vikings wide receiver Justin Jefferson's catch versus the Bills. I know I pushed that button already. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. And then the two that we talked about already, but we have no problems talking about it again. The other person just happened to play for a team that we won't talk about until their owner denounces racism. See, that's how you hold motherfuckers accountable. That's too easy. Right? AP Defensive Rookie of the Year, Jets cornerback Sauce Gardner. Then there is the AP Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jets wide receiver Garrett Wilson. AP Defensive Player of the Year goes to Nick Bosa, 49ers defensive end, their fourth. AP Offensive Player of the Year goes to Justin Jefferson, Vikings wide receiver. AP Comeback Player of the Year goes to Geno Smith, he ain't called back, Seahawks quarterback. AP Coach of the Year goes to Brian Daboll from the New York Football Giants.
Love to see it. Love to see it.
AP Coach of the Year was said that AP Most Valuable Player goes to Patrick. Your end zone is Mahomes, Kansas City Chiefs quarterback. And there goes all your awards. Right? There goes all of your awards in a nutshell. Now, much time we got left? Not too much time. Always much time as we want in the world, but we want to keep things regular over here. Regular. Talked about Jordan's birthday. We got into Goldberg, Donald Trump, and you. NFL honors we just did. TGI Friday. Thank God today is Friday for reals, for real. I keep wanting to go out, but I'm like, nah, I need to go ahead and just rest. Because also after this, I need to start, like, I had so much paperwork to do, in a sense, right? So much paperwork to get done. And I still got more stuff to do for tomorrow. But I got taking care of the ones that are directly related to my money, right? And those are the ones I really needed to get to really try to get squared away more than anything else. Tomorrow I still have a busy day of stuff not related to what I want to do quite yet. Right, to really free up my time. But it's about to get there. It's about to get there pretty soon. We're almost done. I'm really surprised it really took as long as it did. But, things call for different processes. You have to look up documents, request authorizations, and keep trying to work things through. I remember Williams. Okay, what's going on here? TNT doing one of their untold stories kind of thing? Let's watch some NFL Network. Let's see what's on there. Last time I looked, I think it was the Islanders and somebody was playing, and it was 5-4. Let's see, LA over Anaheim 5-3. French doors. The French door air fryer. Yo, is it whatever. I'll leave it alone. Where were we? NFL honors. And we talked about NFL honors. We got all that out in the air. Oh, I know what we didn't talk about. I actually thought we weren't going to talk about it until next week. But hey, and you know what? I don't have anything prepared really for it. But let's just make sure that we get these guys mentioned real quick. Right? As I'm talking about hockey and whatever, because I know hockey season almost over. Rangers and Edmonton ended in overtime 4-4. I think that game was 1-0 when I last saw it. Rangers. But as you guys know, baseball is about to start up pretty soon. We have camp opening up very shortly here. We're gonna have preseason coming up. Sometime like around in about a month, right? About 30 days, right? Maybe like March 18th, somewhere around there. But even more so, right? We're gonna see baseball. We're gonna see baseball reopen this season with a bunch of new rules more than anything else. And these rules are literally game changing. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Like, these are literally game changing rules. They have added a pitch clock, right? And this pitch clock obviously is there to hold to increase the speed of the game if you don't get your pitching before the pitch clock ends. Toronto acquires Ryan O'Reilly and Neil Leclerc in 3-team trade. Neil somebody, I can't quite see the name. So there goes some breaking news in hockey. As we just get over there, wow! Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you. Breaking news, for real, for real. That just happened. That really just happened. That's a blockbuster trade. Oh shit. Okay. I guess it's about almost time to say goodbye to all my podcast friends. Because I am GETTING, Sleepy. I think so. Even though I need a snack. Alright, so yeah, baseball is going to open up this season coming up. And in this season's opener, right, when they open up this season, you're going to see a lot of new interesting things for them. You're going to see a pitch clock to help speed up the pace of the game. I think that pitch clock is like 18 seconds, I think. Hold on. I can find it out real easy. I don't know why that hasn't stuck in my head yet, because I've heard it a bunch. I heard it a bunch of times already. NBA pitch clock. I guess I could just ask for the pitch clock rules, even though I'm just looking for the pitch clock time. Oh, not pitching rules. Pitch clock, not clock. Pitch clock rules. Okay, so the pitcher will have 15 seconds between pitches when the bases are empty and 20 seconds between pitches when there's a runner on a base. And the batters have to be in the box and ready by the time that the countdown clock reaches 8 seconds. So that's basically what that new pitch clock rule is saying. And then when it comes to them throwing off base to try to stall for time, then they're only allowed to throw off base twice without either somebody being there or getting that man out. They throw it a third time and they're unsuccessful, then that person gets their base. So that's one way to help speed up the pace, because they don't allow you to stall by just playing catch back and forth, right? Another way they speed up the pace is... Sorry, I was watching this... I was watching this hockey highlight. My bad. I completely zoned out. So, they speed up the pace, right, by making sure that the pitcher just can't play like catch back and forth between one of their basemen. But also, this now fully helps encourage stealing bases, and that's actually what it really does here. It really helps encourage stealing base, and it's not just this thing that's going to help steal bases, right? And this is what I actually was thinking about. It's not going to be the only thing that helps encourage stealing bases. The fact that they've also made the bases bigger in diameter. Well, I think he's about 18 inches now? Basically the size of a pizza box. Like seriously. Like I think it's about the size of a pizza box now. What is it? Yeah, it's 18 square inches now, the baseball diamonds. Or the baseball bases. Which is just about the size of a pizza box, which is the diameter of an NBA hoop. Let's keep letting you guys know. So there's a pitch clock added. There's bigger bases. You can no longer throw to a base more than 3 times. Right? So now you have a bigger target, and also now if you're on base, now teasing to steal the base now becomes. See, this is what I was always saying, that you know what? At some time, all of the elements were taken out of baseball, right? All of the elements that made baseball interesting was taken out of baseball. It's the reason why I said that the Yankees were born to lose, right? A couple years back, when all they had were right-handed hitters and they had nobody stealing the base. Basically, every pitcher could get in there and get into a rhythm because everybody, they never had to worry about somebody hitting from the other side of the plate, and they knew none of you guys were going to have to steal, so they never had to watch out for anybody behind them. Like I always thought, like it really just made pitchers just always in such an easy rhythm, right? When it came to playing them, and maybe that's also why we've seen it become such a pitcher's era as of late, because you know what? Nobody is stealing bases, right? There are no. Right, there also the other incident that they're taking out, right? Or they can take forever and literally lull you to death. That was one thing, but also another thing that's been taken out is that you can no longer there's no longer a shift that you can have, at least before the pitch. Now after the pitch, all of you guys that need to run into position to cover wherever you think that this guy normally hits to, which is basically what baseball always was. You know what I mean? Now they have to do that again. Basically now they just can't just sit in an area and be like, okay, let's sit in because this guy has a 65% tendency to go this way, or 75% tendency to go this way, 52% tendency to go this way, whatever it was, right? That's probably not doing it there. We're gonna just move everybody to this side of the field, and now none of our guys ever have to run out a play, right? Or run for a play. We're already right here, which was another way that was bringing down the offensive action, or even bringing down the defensive action, right? Because these guys as athletes, you no longer have to see them in action anymore. All of that's been brought back. All of that little stuff. All of that stuff that made it exciting again. Or made it exciting in the past. Right? Because now with the shift gone, you should also catch more balls just being hit in play. It's going to really test their fundamentals. Next, we're going to see what they do with pitching. Next, let's see what they really do with pitching. And guys only pitching 2 innings and coming out, 1 inning and coming out. 3 innings and coming. Like, let's start seeing what they do with that as well, because that has also grossly changed how hitting has been affected. The fact that you can now use 5 pitches in a game and really have nobody pitch more than 3 innings if you never wanted to. So we have an interesting season coming up. We have a real interesting season coming up when it comes to the Major League Baseball season. I can tell you this. I can honestly say this. I am excited for the start of the baseball season. And I haven't said that in a really long time. And I'm not just excited because I think that my team has a championship chance. I'm a Yankee fan. So my team kind of always has a chance. Even though we're not better than the Houston Astros and maybe like 3-4 other teams. Right? We're probably about like sitting around like the 5th, 6th best team in the league. What is it, Tampa Bay I'm thinking about? I don't think we're better than, is it Tampa Bay? Can't remember. But I do know that we have, I said, well, I know you want to like, how do you know if you don't? I know. I just can't remember who the hell I was looking at, but I know. I know we were positioned. Can't quite remember who was ahead of it. I just remember seeing the Houston Astros at the top and just becoming completely disgusted. Right? But we still have some work to do. There's still improvements that could be made to the back end of the order. All right? So let's see what the Yankees continue to do up until the beginning of the season, throughout the season, and before the trade deadline, because there are improvements that can be made. But I'm interested to watch baseball this year. I am fully interested to watch baseball again this year because I feel that baseball is going to look kind of how it used to look a little bit. I at least expect steals to go up. Like, I just know that I feel like I don't ever see steals happen in baseball ever. Like really and truly. I don't see enough steals happening. I feel like I always used to see steals. I feel like there was a time frame where you can turn on a baseball game and you were guaranteed to see a steal or a steal attempt. Now I feel like you rarely catch it. So I'm hoping that this comes back because, listen, if I now got some speed on me, I'm going to start making that pitcher think about throwing my way. Because I also know if he throws over to me twice and he doesn't get to me, he really has to make a business decision about that third throw. And not only that, I know that I can start to leak out on that second pitch. Ooh. Humpa! Right? So, I know that that they can start actually leaking out on that. You can start leaking out after that second attempt. And now something to look for is, now you got to start looking at the guys that the difference between their leadoff when it's the first and second pitch to the base and what their leadoff looks like after the second pitch to the base. And let's see how much more room guys are taking now, knowing that you either commit to throwing there or you commit to throwing there. But you are going to have to pick one or the other. And if you throw there and you don't get me, I'm getting this base anyway. So yeah, if I got a little bit of speeds on me, I'm leaking out. And I'm trying to just slowly ease my way over and see if I can get them to bite. And if I catch just a little bit of leeway, just that leg go up right when I want it, and I'm gone. Straight speedster. Speaking of speedster, I can't wait to see that new Flash movie. You know what I need to watch? I need to watch that, you know what I may do tonight? Hey, yo. Oh, man. I think I may finally get caught up on my Marvel and finally watch Doctor Strange Enter the Multiverse. I think I will finally watch that movie. Oh, yes. Oh man, but you know what? Not just that. I told you I was gonna give you guys at least 2 hours. I've given you guys 2 hours of podcasting on the MyT Sports Podcast. I thank you guys for listening. I really do. I do appreciate you guys. I appreciate you joining. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the input. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to follow. Don't forget to subscribe so you can hear that bing bong every time that we go on. Don't forget that your Bluetooth promo code for this for today is GSSS, and that is that you can get your free order of Bluetooth. You can get yourself your first order of Bluetooth for free. Just go to bluetooth.com, put in my promo code of GSSS, and your first order for Bluetooth will be free. We'll be back on Monday. Don't worry, everything should be back to normal. These last 10 days, like since last Wednesday, right, till about today, things have just been a little disarrayed in my head. Things should be back to normal after this weekend. Speaking of this weekend, if I'm not mistaken, there's a WWE pay-per-view going on this weekend as well. I think it's you're funny. I think it's Elimination Chamber. Don't you guys forget to check that out as well. Shit, I gotta make sure I get caught up on wrestling. Folks, this is MyT Sports Podcast. I am your host and one and only Talent Thomar Taylor, a.k.a. Talent El Idolo Taylor, a.k.a. the One Take Wonder, a.k.a. Talent New Year Save the Bear Taylor, and I am out of here. Hey, yo, can we play that outro so I can stop my rambling? And stop dropping the dishes, people.